my supplier, and my execution partner, Nesca Homes, Mr. PLN is somewhere here, PLN, I don't see you here. And also, my supplier, Narendra Anand Value Line. Without their support, it couldn't have been possible. I believe that, to be successful, you need a support, help, prayers, and blessings of a lot of people. Nobody can be successful on his own. If to be successful, you need a lot of help, support, and prayers, which luckily I have from friends like Ranjit Reddy Saab, who's very dear to me, and Andrew Smith, everybody, all my suppliers, my contractors, I'm grateful to. And finally, I don't want to take too much time. I want to request Nirmala Thomas, Director Marketing, to say a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We will not take much of your time, but thank you, really, media and press representatives for taking time out and coming today. We've already had a virtual press conference done on October 5th, which your senior editors and other representatives were kind to attend. Thank you for coming, my dear journalists, videographers, photographers, everybody. Just as a closing note, I just wanted to thank, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the chief guest, Dr. Ranjit Reddy, who is the Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, for taking time out and for supporting the cause of Mr. Nasir Ali Khan. A big thank you to the guest of honor, there is Mr. Andrew Smith. Oh, sorry. A big thank you to the guest of honor, Mr. Andrew Smith, Minister Commercial, High Commission Canada. You have been always very supportive of FIR's initiatives, and you have always kind of helped us out in our efforts in India. Big thank you. And all this would have not been possible without the efforts of the Canadian Wood and MAK team, my fellow colleague Devendra, Anu, then who else? Peter and Stan. Where are you guys? Please stand up. Yes. Stand up, stand. Bye. Come ahead. Stand, come ahead. These are the true builders. They actually were there on site working, building with wood. And the Nesca team, where's the Nesca team? Nesca?
Sure. Guys, if you need to take pictures today, take the pictures of these two gentlemen here.
And PLN, where is PLN and Nesca team? They're not present here? Okay, just please call them here. So, yeah, these are the main people who actually...
for them.
Yes. I'm just waiting for the Nesca. So all the workers, contractors, they have been also at it for a very long time. They're on the side? Okay, I'm just trying to...
Only 1 week so far.
So whatever you saw today, actually if you had seen it 2 weeks back, it was nothing. It was plain soil, and we laid the foundation, and today what you see, there he is. PLN, come on, come in the front. So that's Nesca. So he has been supporting us a lot with all the work at site, construction, the workers and everybody is from him. And he's based out of Hyderabad also, so he could be a future manufacturer for these wooden villas. Yes, so I hope all the press media has received their kits. We'll be handing out kits just now. In that press kit, we'll also be including a USB. So if you need any more information on us, the Canadian Villa or the MAK projects, it's included in a USB. And also we're giving you a small token of appreciation made out of Canadian wood. Please keep it on your tables. This is just to say that wood is forever, it is green and it is sustainable. Thank you very much for coming, and please join us for lunch outside. Yes, please.
When and how did you get the idea to come up with the wooden villas, and instead of getting the Canadian wood, will you able to get wood from the Scandinavian countries?
Well, I had a meeting with first with Trade Commission of Canada, Mr. Uttam Jain. He introduced me to FII for a meeting. Then I personally, with my team, visited Vancouver to see how they're working, what they're going and all that. And I'm very particular, it's not just sustainable, it has to be from a legal source. When I source a material, it has to be sustainable, reliable and legal. And Canada, as far as legality is concerned, is the best in the world. So that's one reason why there is wood available. in so many countries, Africa and all that, it's cheaper, but we are not looking at wood which is not sustainable. So since I think that's the main reason to go to Canada.
No. Where did you get the idea to get this wooden villas?
See, wood has been in India for a long time. It's not new to India. In fact, I come from a family where we lived in palaces. So all these old palaces and temples before concrete was invented was made out of wood. So somehow concrete invention started making in concrete, and they forgot about the largest, like Pranesh has mentioned, and the oldest wooden structure, Padmanabha Palace in Tamil Nadu, is in India, in Asia. So wood is not new. We are not reinventing anything. We are going back to nature and we are going back to it. So
Can I just add to that, to what he said? The reason why, yeah.
See, the only thing is insulation problem here. Insulation, will you be doing the insulation for the heat and...
yes, of course. Wood is very good with weather also. It is good with cold weather and hot weather, and it's been used globally. So India always had wood buildings. So I think wood is, we have no problem with the weather as such.
These two gentlemen here are going to ensure that the
We'll stay back and answer all technical questions.
process is followed. The technique is making sure that these challenges are mitigated.
Okay, when the event of fire or anything, will you be able to have the fire engines and all these things? Because in Canada, if you bought 911, whatever, 411, whatever the hotline, you'll get the fire brigade in a few minutes.
People have inbuilt firefighting system in the house. We're supposed to have an inbuilt firefighting.
All the sprinklers.
Yeah, of course.
So I have one question here, Your Excellency, Andrew Smith, that your wife is an architect. Will you be helping this?
Yeah, both my wife and I are, but we've retired from that profession. She's actually an immigration officer in New Delhi, so don't tell anyone.
No, we're going to...
Yeah. So how happy you are joining hand with the MAKProjects? He's got a vision, he's got drive to do all these projects by himself.
I've worked with...
It's a big team, you know.
Exactly. No, I'm thrilled to be here. I've worked with Canadian Wood in Japan as well, and in China, now here in India. So to have the opportunity to come down and partner with a developer like Mr. Ali Khan has been phenomenal. And I'll tell you, after 18 months of lockdown in Delhi due to COVID, this was the first trip I've taken, and this is the one I wanted to do. So I'm delighted to be here.
Which wood will you be supplying to India? Like there's a different type. Here is the, whatever the wood, you don't get the turbines. Over there, rosewood is the famous, I believe. And which wood you will be using? I mean, you're only using the Canadian wood or you're substituting?
Exclusively Canadian wood, and the species in question here is SPF, spruce, pine and fir. Spruce, pine and fir, as I said in my address to the media today, is not only stress rated, but it is known for its stable dimensional properties. And it has got an excellent weight to strength ratio.
How much cost for SFT?
Sorry?
How much cost?
We have not yet worked out the cost here for simply because this is the first time a venture of this nature is being undertaken. There are quite a few factors which don't permit us to arrive at a cost here because a lot of things have been thrown in for which we haven't really paid in rupees, right? Or dollars.
Approximately how much?
I'm sorry, I will not be able to answer that as yet.
Could we,
Generally, 1.5 times
questions from the media?
Yeah, you wait for 6 months and you will get all the answers once we complete this.
I have a question with Australia. How many visas you coming up with this facility?
Basically, they have a provision to build 1,000 houses. We've already built 328. So mostly the custom built. So probably start with the people who are very progressive and people who are doing bunches for requirement. And we are the first movers. We have got huge inquiries. The problem is not the demand. The problem here is not the challenge is supply of material and manpower, which is lacking in India. That's why we have taken the support of material and manpower. There is no problem with the There's no problem with the demand. There's a lot of hidden demand, but people are not able to get it done because material and labor is not able. That's why we have tied up with government of British Columbia. Great support. If you have any questions for MP, I think exclusively for him because he has to leave. Yeah.
Honorable Ranjit, MP, how many villas are you buying, sir?
I think there's a question in the back.
I already have 2 here. I already have 2 here.
We'll go to the back.
Can media have one or two questions to get the clarification, please? Is it okay? Yeah. I just wanted to know from the Canadian, project director, what is the kind of wood that is used for the loading capacity? Because that's what takes the load of the house. There may be applications for the finishing and other activities, but for the load bearing capacity, in India, normally teak was used, but now teak is very expensive. And secondly, I'd like to, pose one or two questions and maybe you can answer. Timber woods are very expensive houses. So how do you really look into the cost factor of it? And if it is a bad construction, it could lead to rotting the wood. So the leaks and rotting of wood can also be a big problem at a later stage. So how do you really address these problems?
Okay, so good questions. These are all the questions we're asked at every meeting such as this. Durability, termites, weather, cost of wood. To answer your first question, we're using Canadian spruce pine fir for the structural aspects of the house. All the frame you see is SPF. All of that wood is structurally graded in Canada. Strength to weight ratio of wood is very high. It's equivalent to steel. So all of the housing in North America, pretty much all of the housing in North America, wood frame housing, is built using SPF, exactly what you see on this project. In terms of the cost of a timber house, you really need to take into account the installed cost. There's a lot of benefits in building with wood in terms of the speed of building with wood, the fact that you can build maybe 6 or 7 or 8 wood frame houses at the same time you can build one concrete house. And there's lots of cost benefits and savings during the life of the building in terms of energy usage, So all the questions you might have about weather, about water ingress, about decay, all of these things are built into the design of the house. These houses are built to a system. And so long as we follow that system, and we're very strict about following that system, that's what this guy does. He builds them to the right, exactly the correct standards. So that, we build physical barriers to termites. We use treated wood in the plates of the frames. We ensure that termites are not going to attack the building. The cladding system is such that the outside walls are all covered in a waterproof membrane. That waterproof membrane stops any water ingress but allows moisture to vapour to leave the building from the inside. The system that we use mitigates any problems that you can think of. So anything you see in concrete or steel today, we can build in wood. And we can build it very efficiently, very quickly, very cost effectively, and we don't need to worry about any of these problems that concern people. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to ask, how expensive or how competitive the rates would be compared to the concrete structures that are available in Hyderabad?
I think over time...
Because, importing wood from Canada.
Yes.
And then...
over time they'll be equivalent. Right now the upfront cost is probably a bit more. If you look at the cost of wood versus the cost of concrete, the wood is costing more.
Yeah.
But when you can build the structure 5 times faster than you can in concrete, using less labour, using less concrete, using less ground disturbance, using a less footprint, there's so many benefits in building with wood. How do you factor that into the cost equation? If you want to build a house in Uti or on the beach in Goa or in the Himalayas, and you need to go up a narrow path, The timber house can be built in the factory, it can be prefabricated, it can be put on a truck, it can be taken anywhere, it can be man-held into the site. So you don't disturb the footprint, the environment. It's a very eco-friendly system. It's all about design. Design, design, design.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
First of all, I congratulate the organizers and Afghani country for launching Canadian wood villas at PTR, which is environmentally acceptable alternate. My small clarification, I am Professor Maiden from Osmania University, particularly plant science department. My friends are here, my colleagues from all these things. Why this Canadian wood? Why not Indian wood? Because the plant is everywhere, binomial nomenclature. Mostly might be using citrus, pines, casuarina, devadar in Telugu. Devadar is citrus, devadar. It's everywhere. It's common name worldwide. Even it is available in India, in Jammu and Kashmir, everywhere. As per the biology, it is available as hardwood and hardwood is same. What is the difference between Canadian wood and Indian wood particularly? If it is the same wood is available in India, you can call it as Indian wood villa. Just clarification.
Shall I answer this? Shall I answer?
We always talk about the non-availability of wood in the country. Manada wood unda? We don't have wood for furniture only. Technically what you are saying may be right. What I say, in the days to come, I want to get connected also, Mr. Pranish. You said in your video, you said you are planting 200 million trees every year in Canada. Whereas in this state, we are planting 300 million for the last 7 years. So that is a good achievement. In the years to come, generations tarvata definitely will find the solution for that.
I thought that it may be some advantage of Canadian. What I would like to say, even though we are having scarcity of food, but still we are using tectona, egg, Burma egg.